A lot of people don't know that we're sisters. That's something I never talked about in the beginning because I didn't want it to be a crutch. I didn't want people to be like, oh, that's her sister. I didn't want that to be my accolade of mine. But now that, I've solidified my spot, then I go ahead and talk about it. But a lot of people don't know it, though.
A lot of people were shocked when they found out that actress Nia Long and comedian Samor are actually sisters. Not industry sisters. Not we grew up together close friends. Real sisters with the same father. And what made it even more surprising is that you rarely see them together, and neither of them has really spoken about the other in interviews over the years. At first, many assumed they kept their connection quiet so they could build their careers separately without comparisons. That explanation sounded reasonable, but over time, people started to wonder if there was more to the story. Samor eventually mentioned it during a radio interview, casually revealing that Nia Long is her sister. That is when a lot of fans learned the truth. The two share the same dad, poet Dautry Doc Long, but they have different mothers. He had Samor first, but his relationship with her mother ended not long after she was born. A few years later, he began a relationship with Nia's mother. That relationship also fell apart when Nia was very young. After the divorce, Nia's mother moved to Los Angeles, which meant the sisters were raised in completely different environments. Samor stayed closer to their father and maintained a stronger relationship with him. Nia, on the other hand, has spoken about feeling hurt that she did not grow up with her dad around. That distance seems to have shaped everything. When you grow up apart, with different experiences and different bonds, it can create tension. Some reports suggest that Nia carried resentment about how things played out, and that may have affected how she viewed her sister. For a long time, it appears they simply lived separate lives, connected by blood but not much else.
Because I think for a lot of years I was disappointed and angry, and I wanted, my dad to read me a bedtime story and be there and do all of the things that a daddy is supposed to do. And
by the time Samor was stepping into the spotlight, Nia had already built a strong reputation in Hollywood. Samor easily could have introduced herself as Nia Long's sister and used that connection to open doors. It would have brought attention fast. But she chose not to. She understood that if she wanted real staying power, she had to earn her place on her own. That decision probably helped her career in the long run. There were also image concerns involved. In entertainment, people are very careful about what they share. Public figures rarely forget to mention family. They decide what fits the story they want the world to see. Nia has always been protective of her personal life. Her public image leaned toward elegance, beauty, and a bit of mystery. Meanwhile, Samor built her brand on bold, unfiltered comedy. She says what she feels, loudly and unapologetically. From a branding standpoint, Nia may have felt that mixing those worlds would complicate things. But the distance between them was not just about publicity. According to Samor, they simply did not grow up together in any meaningful way. They were raised by different mothers in separate homes with different lifestyles. They crossed paths occasionally, but they never formed that close sister bond. In many ways, they were related by blood but lived like strangers.
Oh yeah, we have the same father, so yeah, my dad is proud.
Are you guys close?
We speak from time to time, but we're not. I won't be babysitting her kids, no.
You so silly. You all right with me, girl?
That's how it is in life. I tell people all the time, we have the same father. We're not necessarily sisters.
Yikes, right? Things got even more awkward when Nia finally spoke publicly about their connection. She posted a side-by-side photo of herself and Samor and captioned it, "The funny one in the family," tagging her sister. Samor liked the post, so on the surface it seemed friendly. But not long after, Nia deleted it without any explanation. That quiet removal had people wondering what really happened behind closed doors. When their father passed away in 2020, Nia mentioned Samor again in a heartfelt tribute. She praised their dad as a gifted poet, teacher, and community leader who proudly celebrated Black culture. In that message, she included her sister and expressed gratitude that they were able to be by his side during his final days. Later, in an interview on The Breakfast Club, Nia opened up about carrying resentment for years. She admitted that holding on to old hurt kept her from forgiving sooner and spending meaningful time with loved ones. She said she has since learned that letting go of anger brings peace.
It's a beautiful time in my life because I can actually put everything into perspective and now it all makes sense.
Right.
And I feel more free and alive than I have in the last 10 years because I have understanding. And I've forgiven myself for not forgiving people sooner in my own life.
Even though Nia has shared that she is more open to letting people in these days, it doesn't seem like she and Samor have grown any closer. There isn't any public feud or obvious tension between them. It's more like distance than drama. From Nia's point of view, there may not be a strong reason to build a deeper bond now. Their experiences with their father were very different. For Nia, he was someone she remembers in pieces, shaped by time and separation. For Samor, he was physically present and part of her everyday life. When siblings grow up with completely different versions of the same parent, it can quietly shape how they see each other. Because of that, people probably shouldn't expect to see them doing interviews together or constantly mentioning one another. It seems there just isn't much of a shared history to talk about. Many fans actually respect that. Some have said this situation feels like real life, not gossip. Others have praised Samor for building her career on her own without leaning on Nia's fame. At the end of the day, not every sibling relationship is close, and that's okay. They've both found success in their own lanes, and maybe that's enough.